Well, it's a Thursday night at my house, and I got another Temu order today. So I wanted to post another Temu haul. This is my second video ever. But again, I continue to be curious with their products compared to a lot of the things I've ordered on Amazon, and then have now been finding the same items on Temu, and had maybe I looked at this before, might have saved myself a little bit of money. So I just thought I would take tonight to go through and show you some of the additional things that I got. So I've taken them out of the package to cut down on the noise of the wrapper a little bit and to make this go a little bit faster. So the first thing that I had ordered from them were these, it's an Easter rabbit family, and these are clear silicone stamps for cards, greeting cards. I think I had mentioned in my last video that I've recently picked up crafting again and have really been enjoying making cards. So as we're getting ready to get to Easter pretty soon, within the next month, I thought it would be cute to get some little stamps to be able to stamp some cards and send those to some family members. So it has the little bunny family, and then it has some different sayings on it. Have a blessed, sweet little thing. Heard you have some bunny new on the way. You are one of my greatest joys. And I think, what's this one? On your bundle of joy. So I think if you put like a congratulations or wrote congrats, and then you could congratulate somebody who's having a baby. So that was the first thing I got. In total, if I look at this, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 stamps on here. So you could do a lot of different cards and combinations with these. So I thought that would be pretty neat to try. And I paid $2.11 for those. The second set of clear stamps I got they're called Spring Day Blooming Flowers. And I liked it because it had a little bit of a country, almost vintage feel. I paid $2.11 for these as well. So what this has, if I can get it out of the bag, proving to be challenging, and I don't really want to rip the bag, are a few different stamps. These have some that would go with a sympathy card. It says, "You're in my thoughts and prayers," with sympathy, with friendly thoughts and best wishes today and every day, wishing you a blissful future. All days are beautiful that begin with you. And then what I thought was neat, it has a little storefront with flowers outside, and then it has a stack of books and some roses, and then a plant stand with some plants on it and some baskets underneath and a basket of flowers. So again, I thought that would be pretty to put on a card for a lot of things. Could be Easter, birthdays, a sympathy card, graduation, anything you want. So in total, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stamps in total on that one. The next thing I got, and I don't have the dies for this yet, it goes with, the stamps. These are the dies that would go with the stamps, and they're beach theme dies. So once I get those, I will put that in a future video, but I did pay $2.54 for these. And then the next thing I ordered was a cowl neck t-shirt, and I paid $6.97 for this. I've ordered a couple of t-shirts from Temu before, and I liked them. They were very soft. I couldn't tell you what the make was. It's probably mostly polyester, but this is very soft. But what I am noticing already is that it's extremely see-through, and I didn't have that issue with the other two. So it's 95% polyester, 5% spandex, and it's going to be hard to see on here, but it's definitely very, very see-through. I would have to wear some kind of a tank top under it, or something like that. But I mean, for a cowl neck for $6.97, it's something that I could wear on the weekends or to go out or whatever, wear around the house. But I think it'd be worth keeping. But again, it is soft. The last couple that I bought from the company, I think were better quality than these, but they washed up nicely, and so we'll see how it wears. And again, I paid $6.97 for that. So the next thing I got were another set of stamps, and these are birthday stamps. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these, and I paid $2.11 for these. So these have different ones that say today's the oldest you've ever been and the youngest you'll ever be. Birthdays are good for you. Statistics show that people who have the most live the longest. Age is merely the number of years the world has been enjoying you. Some things just get better with age, and you are definitely one of them. Love your birthday. And again, I bought stamps, other stamps. These, I think based on the other ones I've had and looked at the back of them, all the stamps have worked well for me. I haven't had any issues with them. They work the same as ones I've ordered off of Amazon and Michael's and some other crafting sites. So that was those. And then the next thing I ordered was a crew neck t-shirt. And this was $5.37. And this had a saying on the front of it. It says, not bossy, just aggressively helpful, which I liked. Same type of fabric. I'm going to guess it's also 65% cotton and 35% polyester. Very soft. I'm not sure how the letters will hold up with multiple launderings. But again, this was just kind of a fun thing to wear exercising around the house or go grocery shopping. And I bought it in a size large. I found the sizing on the shirts I've ordered has been pretty accurate. If I felt like the shirts didn't run small, I probably could have gotten a medium and been just fine. But again, I paid $5.37 for this, and I do think it was worth it. The next thing was another set of stamps for cards, for card making. These are a set of, I'm ripping the bag, of hot air balloons. Oh, too late. So it's like a vintage hot air balloon. So there's 3 different ones on here. And then you have different stamps that say love is in the air, the sky is the limit, go where your dreams take me, let your dream fly, may all your dreams come true. And I just thought those were cute. And again, I think those would be good for a graduation card to give to someone. They're a little thinner on the back. I'll be interested to see how well those stamp and if I have any issues with them. And I will comment that all the stuff I've received too, this sounds silly, but sometimes I see pictures on the Temu website and you see things spelled incorrectly on the actual product. But all of the stamps I've gotten so far, everything is spelled correctly on them. So they're definitely usable, and I have not had any issues with those. So again, I paid $2.54 for those. The next set of stamps I got, they were called, I think, house stamps. And I got a similar set to these. These are a little different. These are a little harder to see, but it's different scenes, a doorway and a window of a house. Same thing, the front of a house with a window and a staircase going up, a window. And then it looks like maybe a street view of the front of a house. So those, I've made a card with some other ones that I had purchased, and it turned out quite nice with black ink. And again, you can use it for all kinds of different cards. So I thought those were a good purchase too. And those were $1.52. The next thing that I got were replacement wax, which I didn't know these existed. So there's 12 pieces, and it's a replacement wax, and I paid $4.85 for these. So I had a tool that I purchased that I use, again, for card making, but you can use this for diamond art, for different things to pick up jewels. But my wax had broken, and I thought, well, I don't want to buy a whole new pen. And then I figured out you can buy these replacements. And now I'm seeing this. These are too large for this pen. But I actually purchased a pen as well, and I'm hoping these fit. If not, I will find a pen that these will fit. So this, they call it a rhinestone picker pen, because you can pick things up with the wax. So I'm just curious to see if these now fit onto this. The case is cracked, but I mean, that makes no difference to me. I like the other pen I bought. This has more of a, it's going to be kind of hard to see, but more of a round hole, like diamond painting, whereas this other one that I had has a sharp point on it that I prefer. And then this is the wax end, and let's just hope maybe these are gonna work. And it looks like they are. So this will now become my primary wax pen, and I will still use the other one just because I like the end of this one better. And then maybe I'll look for some more replacement heads that would actually fit this one instead. I think this other one I had previously purchased on Amazon. So I thought that was a good buy because I use these all the time with the card making, with some of the embellishments, which I have bought some, and I can show you some of those in a minute. But nothing fancy in the packaging. It's just a cheap plastic case for the pen. But again, it didn't come damaged, and it has these little beads in it just for decoration, but they don't rattle around or make any noise or anything. So that is that item. And I paid $1.49 for the pen, so I wasn't really expecting anything too fancy with that anyways. The next set of stamps I got are a vintage garden set for stamps, and there's quite a few on here. And it has different things like a wheelbarrow, a bench, a shovel, a tree. So you could stamp, you know, a tree over a bench, a little birdhouse, a little pitchfork, gardening tools, boots. So I just thought that was a really cute set that, again, you can do a bunch of different cards with this for a whole host of things. Again, you could do a sympathy card, you could do graduation, you could do Easter, you could do all kinds of things with these stamps. So I am very anxious to try creating some stuff with those. And these were $3.48, which I thought was a pretty good deal given how many stamps they're giving you. The next thing, and I had previously purchased these on Amazon, and I'm not sure how much I paid for them, but I wanted to order off Temu just to see if you really were getting the same thing. And they're little dewdrops. They're supposed to look like raindrops, and I use them on cards as an example. Like this is a card I made, and I have these on here. So they come with, I believe, 4 different sizes, and I have the ones I got off Amazon, but they're just flat on one side, and then they come in 4 different sizes, and then I just glue them down to the card. But where the pen I was showing you comes in handy, the pointed end works well for pushing these around on the card to get them positioned before I glue them down, but then the wax actually helps pick them up so you can place them on the card. So I bought 2 bags of these, and let's see, they were $1.79 a piece, and I do not think I know I paid more than that on Amazon. So there's 350 pieces in each. So I think that was a really good buy based on how much I use those. The next one I bought, just for comparison, is I bought 2 sets. These are actually called mermaid water drops. So they're a little bit different than the other ones. I'm not sure how many there are on a sheet. I paid 99 cents for these. And these, I think, these actually have adhesive on the back of them. So they are a little different than the other ones. I think I would still use them. They're definitely thinner. And I think for certain card making, these would definitely come across as raindrops more than these would, just because they're a little bit flatter. But I'm anxious to try those for a card as well, because I think those would look very pretty. And if I like them, I know they come in all kinds of colors, so I think I would buy different colors to use on the different cards. So those were 99 cents, which I thought was a really, really good deal. The next thing I bought, because I'm curious about trying silk screen, was, I believe this is an adhesive silk screen. So I think how this works, you would peel the back off, and I think these are reusable. I don't know if I can do this right now, but you would peel the back off, and then you would lay this down on whatever you were going to do, and then you would push the ink through it. It's going to be hard to see on here, but it's actually, it's like mesh, very fine mesh. So the ink, you would push the ink through where the mesh is thinner, which is where the print's going to be. And it's hopefully going to be kind of a simple way to do silk screen on t-shirts or bags or whatever. So I'm curious to try that too. And these were $6.18. And then I got a second one that's silk screen stencils. You can use them on wooden frames, gift bags, t-shirts, home decor, pretty much everything according to this. I don't know that these stick like the other ones. They might. So I thought this would be fun for a bag for fall. I had some bags on my last video that I want to do a couple for my mom. So this would kind of be a neat one to do for her in the fall. But it's the same thing as the other ones. The back peels off, it sticks down, and then I guess there's a technique to lay the ink out and then scrape it on, and then the ink stays on the t-shirt, and you can rinse this off and reuse it. So I just thought it was a pretty good thing, an idea to try, just to see how it would turn out. And this was $3.98. And then the third one of these that I got was, this one has a saying on it, and I purchased this one for $3.98. Same thing, there's adhesive on the back. This one ended up a little wrinkled, but I don't think it'll matter. The packaging for Temu is not spectacular, but it is what it is. I guess if something were so messed up that I couldn't use it, I would send it back. But this one has mountains, and it says, "I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth." This is Psalm 121, verses 1 and 2. So I'll be curious to see how this turns out. I can't imagine the wrinkles are going to have any impact on it. And hopefully if I stick it down with the adhesive, it'll work the wrinkles out of it and smooth it down. So again, that was $3.98. The next thing I got were 2 books for stickers, or you could put anything in here. You could put dies or stamps. I had another one of these that I purchased. It might have been from Amazon. these are a little different. It seems like these are maybe thinner than the other one. It might be because it's just flat. But there are 40 pieces, so I'm guessing that means 20, and then so you can put front and back. Oh, there's a top and bottom. And then you fold it. What I like about the other one I purchased is there is actually elastic rope on the back that holds it shut. It would have been nice to have that on these as well, but it's one of those things I could do it myself. Just punch holes in the plastic. This is hard plastic, and then put something on there to hold it shut. But these will work for what I need them for. And the price on these was $3.48. I think it was a piece. The next thing was a 5-foot roll. I got 2 of them of self-adhesive vinyl. I'm not going to open these right now, but I'll be curious to try these and see if they're comparable with other vinyl that I've purchased, some of it being from Cricut and some of it is from other companies. But this was $3.79, and for 5 feet of it by, I think it's 11 inches, I thought that was a pretty good deal compared to how much I pay on the other stuff. And then I also got a purple one. So this was $3.79. The purple one was $5.48, and I think it's because this one has a sparkle to it. I can't think of the word. But yes, it's got like a shimmer glimmer to it. So that is probably why this one costs more. So again, $3.79 for the pink and $5.48 for the purple. The next thing I have been wondering about is it's a miniature tabletop shoot box. With making cards, I thought it would be kind of neat to take photos of the cards. So this I purchased for $7.49. It's just a little tag. And it comes in its own bag that you can carry it in. It came with 6 different backdrops, which is why I purchased this particular model. It has instructions, it has the box, it has the USB cords because there are lights in the box, little LED box, and then the background. So I will be curious to set this up. You lay it out, it's one piece, and then you just pull everything together. And the installation looks like it's pretty easy to set up and take apart, and very portable. If you wanted, like if you're somebody who does photography and you want to take it with you outside to go take pictures, this would be very portable, and it's super light. I mean, it's also not some fancy high quality thing, but I will be curious when I try it out to see what the quality of the photos looks like with the backgrounds, and that will tell me whether or not this was really worth the purchase. The next thing I got on the list, there's a 60-piece set of warning stickers, and I noticed there were all kinds of designs and styles of these. I wanted ones with the different colors. I just liked that better. And I just got one packet of 60 because I wanted to see if I liked them first, the idea of using them. And if I do and I use them, I may order some of the different styles. But what I wanted to use these for, a lot of the cards that I've been trying to make, and then if I go to mail them, it says I'm trying to grab one, they have some depth to the cards. And I worry with foam tape, and I worry when I mail these to someone that the mail sorter, as it goes through U.S. Postal Mail, is going to rip up the cards. So I bought these, please handle with care, do not crush, bend, or fold, hoping that that will help the cards cards not get mangled in the postal system when I go ahead and mail them. So we'll test that out and see how that works with the U.S. postal system. But I paid $1.52 for those. And then the last 4 things I got were faux leather, which I have not tried with my Cricut. 3 of these were $5.99 and 1 was $1.79 just because that was a deal that Temu had given me. So I was able to get 1 at a pretty discounted rate. But these are 11 by 55 inches and it's not super thick. Again, it's faux leather. I think it looks pretty. Again, purple, green, blue, and pink. Good Easter colors. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but I do think I can come up with 1,000,001 ideas on how to use this, and I will try it on my Cricut machine and see how well it cuts it, but I'm pretty excited to use this as well. So overall, I think this was a good order as well. I think if there was one thing I wasn't super impressed with, it was the first cowl neck shirt. I mean, I'll keep it because I can, for the price, I could use it for a shirt to wear to bed. But that's probably the only thing in this order that I'm like, I probably could have done without that. And the other thing I was going to mention, I said it on the last video as well, you can keep going back in and asking for a price adjustment for Temu on your orders. And I've been doing this on on any orders I have. So this order in particular, I went back in and got a total of 11 different credits. So I ended up getting a credit of $8.69. I didn't mark which products I got credits on, but one of them was $2.91. The other was $1.92. So that's one of the things I'm pretty impressed with about Temu. I'm used to the speedy Amazon delivery, so having to wait longer for the Temu delivery, it takes a little getting used to. But this whole idea that you can go back in and get price adjustments and maybe get things you already purchased for a cheaper price, that is clearly an ingenious idea and a motivator to shop from them. So I have a couple more orders on the way, and I hope you liked my second video. You can see it's no frills, there's no editing. You get what you get just to explain the products, because that's what I like to see. I see things online, I see pictures, and I want somebody else to be able to open it, feel it, touch it, and tell me if it's worth it. And then hopefully in the future, as I begin to use these items, maybe I can do videos to show how well the quality really is, especially when I do the silk screen or set up that photo box and take pictures or make something with the vinyl or the faux leather or the stamps. So I will make a video with the next order that I receive, hopefully over the next week or so, and I'll see you soon.